guys, my name is Tiffany and welcome. Today I'm going to be showing you my pop collection. Hope you're all having a great day. Before we get started, sorry about my chapped lips. I fell a couple months ago and my lips still need to get back to normal. Long story short, I was running in the house and I slipped because I have vinyl floors on a wooden crate. So yeah, as you can see, this part is what got messed up. But anyways, enough of that. Let me start off by showing you my pop collection. Something that I was trying to get right for the video is I was trying to get the lighting right, because if I move a certain way, it's really weird. But also something that I want to point out is the teeth, the lighting situation. That's why the teeth look like this. But yeah, I don't like the way they look like this, but there's really nothing I can do. So ignore that. So I want to start off by showing you the pops that I pretty much just bought them just to buy them, because you know I do that a lot. So I actually have quite a few, and I also have more in storage, but I couldn't show you those because I don't have them here on display. But hoping that I got all the pops, I went through every cube individually just to see if I didn't leave any. So let's start off with this. So I've never actually watched the TV show for The Walking Dead. I heard the first couple seasons were good, and then the last couple seasons were kind of meh. This is Daryl, right? Daryl from The Walking Dead. Yeah, so I kind of got it because I like zombies. And this is kind of like a zombie type of thing. What is that, like a bloody rag? That's kind of a nice touch. I've never actually seen the back of this pop. I've always just seen the front of it. And he is actually a little dusty because I have him up top on the top shelf here, which you can't see anymore because of the way the camera's positioned. But yeah, that is Daryl. So the next pop that I have, that I remember watching the TV show on the CW, I believe they had this cartoon, and this is the pop that I have. So this is Batman, right? DC Comics. So I mean, I guess tell you what year they're from. So Daryl is from 2012. This little pop is actually from 2013, and I actually remember getting this pop at 7-Eleven when they sold pops. I don't know if they still sell pops, but I remember getting this because they had two to pick from. I don't remember what the other one was, but I went with this one. So yeah, I got him at 7-Eleven actually, and Daryl I got at the flea market. So I'll also tell you where I've picked these pops up if I do remember. So that is the front, and this is the back. Nothing too special here. He's kind of chonky, but the thing I like about this is he at least stands up on his own, because a lot of the pops fall. And one thing that I didn't know about pops is sometimes they have like a little stand, which I've thrown the stand out a couple of times, and I'll tell you with what pops that I have thrown it out with. So let's move on to, I picked this pop up at the 99-cent store, surprisingly. So here is the pop. I don't know if you guys remember seeing this at the 99, but I remember seeing a couple of these characters. Let me see if I can get it focused. So this is actually pretty cool. Well, I don't even know why I picked it up. I've never played the game before, but it was a pop, and I don't believe it was actually 99 cents. So here's the back so you can see it better. It looks like a coffin. I'm pretty sure it was a game that wasn't very popular. Like, it was made out to be like it was going to be the coolest game, which I feel like that's what they do with all the games when they come out every year. The most noticeable being Cyberpunk. You know, that game was going to be really cool, and I've noticed that it has like a hair of some sort. Not a web, because it made a snapping sound. But this guy is also dusty because I have him on the bottom with another Funko Pop, but mostly they're all dusty. I haven't dusted my cubes or my furniture yet, so dust is going to be flying all over the place. But another impulse buy. Okay, so this pop was actually sent as a trade throw-in. They just threw it in there. This one has to have a stand, but he's only fallen like once or twice. And this is the pop that I have. I don't know this. Actually, I didn't tell you what the other pop was. So the other pop was made in the year 2016, and no stand here because he doesn't have a hole on his foot. So he has 2 holes, but I don't know if that's just so you can switch to see where you like the stand, or did the older stands have 2 holes? Because I know the newer stands just have 1 hole, and I think the pops also have 1 hole on a foot. This pop is actually from 2017, and the thing with this one is he has the date and the trademark on the bottom here instead of on the foot, which is weird, but I guess it makes sense since look at the feet on him and look at the feet on him. You see how much bigger from the older characters they used to be? He doesn't have much detail to him. He's pretty plain, and here is the back. You can't really see anything because the cape, and you can't really move the cape because it's really hard, but yeah. Also, do not know this character. If you know the name, let me know in the comments. Also, what you might notice is that all my pops do not have boxes because I don't like to keep the boxes. I like to display them. Okay, so this is a figure of a movie that I've seen. This is from Venom, right? I don't know if it's from the movie though or from the comic book. This is not Venom. This is a different character, but I was at the flea market and I thought, why not pick it up? I think it was a slow day that day, so yeah. This does not have a stand. I think this is supposed to be the stand, but this thing tends to fall forward a lot, and this thing is not light. It's heavy. Also, the teeth are supposed to be yellow, right? Because that really stands out to me. This is actually from 2019, which you can't really see. This is the back. The booty there has some booty. So yeah, this is probably what weighs it down the most is these spikes because they're pretty heavy. And it's a bobblehead. I have not a lot of bobbleheads, but it's a bobblehead. I usually tend to keep that on a shelf that I don't really touch that much so it doesn't fall. All right, so here is another pop. There's one more pop that I kind of just bought just to buy, but I haven't seen these movies yet, so why I bought it? I guess I bought it because it was Star Wars related. I've seen the older movies, so I thought, why not? So she's supposed to have a stand as well, but she doesn't fall as much. She mostly just falls if you accidentally like move her in a way because it's a bobblehead. So because she has big feet just like the guy. Let me show you. So not as big as the guy, but she can hold herself pretty well. So that is that there, and her little hair there. So yeah, I haven't seen these movies. I gotta watch them at some point. And something that I just noticed is that she doesn't have a date on her anywhere that I notice. I've checked her head, I checked her backside, I've checked her feet, and she doesn't have a date or like the registered trademark thing that these usually have. So is that some way to tell that it's not original or what? I don't actually care if they're original or not, but that's something weird that I didn't notice on her. So this is from 2016, and this is Star-Lord. I have seen the first and second movie, I think, because I know Groot is like a kid, so that's the second one, right? I don't really like Star-Lord that much. I don't really like the Guardians of the Galaxy movie that much, but I thought he was kind of cool, so I decided to pick him up. I believe it was like $3 or $5 at the flea market. This was so long ago. This was like 2 or 3 years back. So those are his little feeties, and this is his little backside here. So not a lot of detail, but I guess the jacket itself has some detail to it. And here is the shirt. I'm trying to get a good focus to see if you could even read the letters on that, but it doesn't look like your camera wants to focus much. But yeah, there's a good look at him. All right, and I thought this was a really nice pickup when I picked it up. I think she wanted about $8 for this. I don't remember, but it's not that old of a pickup. His little, let's see if we could see the date with the camera if it would like to focus. I think it says 2020. Yeah, 2020. So this is Marty McFly. I wanted the one with, I think there's a Marty McFly with a hoverboard, but I'm not too sure on that. I actually have a hoverboard from I don't even know, but it came in some sort of subscription box that I didn't purchase the subscription box, but somebody was selling it at the flea market, and I thought, hey, that would be cool to have. And then I'd say like a year after, I probably found him, or a couple months after, I'm not really sure. But it fit pretty well. I used to have him on the hoverboard, and now I just have Pickle Rick on the hoverboard because I rearranged some things. But yeah, this is pretty cool, I think. All right, and I guess this should have been in the pops that I don't really care about, because I have this pop, which is Michael Myers. My favorite villain, I guess if you want to say that, is Jason. Absolutely, all the way. Jason, rooting for Jason. Freddy vs. Jason, rooted for Jason. Jason's awesome. But I found him, I think it was like $3 or something, so I decided to pick him up. These are his feet. I think he's a older pop. It says, I don't know if you can see that. It says 2011 right there. So it's funny to see that this bottom part is just blue, because they didn't even put any paint on the bottom of his feet. They just left them blue like that. The knife is pretty neat, and then the back is pretty plain. So some of these figures have fallen. If they have scratches or stuff like that, it's because I picked him up at the flea market. He actually was in a box, so the scratches and scuffs is from him just falling, because, you know, pops tend to fall, especially when they don't have stands. But yeah, he doesn't really need a stand. His head is not that heavy. I think his body is heavier than his head. Maybe that's some sort of difference that the new ones don't have. Their body is less heavy than their head, so it's easier for them to fall, is what I've noticed. Because yeah, this is really the only thing that's flimsy is the knife. Another Funko Pop that I want eventually is Ellie, because I love The Last of Us. Okay, here's another Funko Pop from a TV show that I enjoy. Actually, I haven't seen the newer seasons, so I'm starting to see that they almost all have the trademark and the year of the Funko Pop. That was really weird about that Star Wars one, but like I said, I don't mind. I don't really care if they're original or not. I mostly just want them for display. So this little guy's from the year 2017. I actually just wanted the pickle itself, but I found this Pickle Rick and I couldn't pass it up, so I just decided to get it. So his mouth is just painted on there. His eyes, his eyebrow, and his nose are what pops out the most. Pretty cool, especially the back of the pop is really detailed. See the rat leg here with the skin, so it's a nice little detail that they have on the Funko Pop. All right, and here is a Funko Pop that I picked up not too long ago. Actually, you guys probably remember if you saw the flea market episode. So this was from the flea market. Pickle Rick was also from the flea market, I believe. The Guardians of the Galaxy guy was from the flea market. Marty McFly was from the flea market. I'm forgetting to tell you where I picked these up from, so I thought this was a great find. And he has the trademark and the year on his head here, if you guys can see that, but the year says 2020, and I just really like it because it stands out a lot, like the hair and the color and the question marks, and it's just really, it's a nice standout pop. It's probably the most eye-catching pop I have in my collection for sure, and those eyes just make him a lot cuter too. So yeah, awesome. And yes, he has a stand, but he only has one hole on one foot. This pop I picked up at the flea market as well. I guess this should have been another one in the bunch, because I played this game for a little bit, but I got stuck and I never really played it again, but I have watched people play it. And this is the Portal Pop character here. As you guys can see, the little stand is really dusty because I keep them up here as well. Nice little focus there on the pop. All right, so this little guy has the little letters right here, which you can't see because it's too bright, but can you guys see these letters right here? So he's from 2017. You guys can't see the date. He actually has 2 foot holes. All right, here's another pop that I really like because I like this game, but I didn't really use this character in the game, and that pop is the Scout from Team Fortress 2. Absolutely love this game. And this is, I don't know what they did there. I guess it's glue, because can you guys see above the head the glue? The machine that made this didn't really do a very good job. I picked this up at GameStop of all things, and I guess he came with the stand. I threw the stand away. I think they should really make the stand more visible. So this would have been a really nice stand to have because he has 2 holes, so I'm assuming that the stand would have been like the Portal 2 guy stand 2016, which was big. The good thing about this little guy is that he doesn't fall that much. The year on this guy is 2017. All right, and now a pop that I think is also really nice. This would stand out more if I had it behind some light, like if I had some blue light hitting it. If you guys can see these little plexi, I think they're like book stands, which I don't use as book stands because I don't like using book stands, but this is kind of like the same look to it. So if I had like a light flashing on it, it would look really nice at night. So this is supposed to be fire. It's supposed to be a flaming skeleton, or a skeleton on fire, I guess. It looks really cool. That's the only reason I picked it up. It's nice to see that the fire acts as like a little stand. Also, I've never had any trouble with the skeleton falling at all. So that's the front. This is the back. Nice little detail to it. I really like the fire on this. So this is another 2017 Funko Pop, and I just think this looks really nice. I kind of would want to get like a flaming creeper if that's a thing. That would be really cool. All right, we're down to the final 4 Funko Pops. Let me know out of these 4 which your favorite is, but this is a Funko Pop that I believe I picked this up at the thrift store as well. Maybe I picked it up with the skeleton. Here it is. Let's see if we could see the year on this. So the year on this is 2019, if you could see there on his foot. I really like Dragon Ball Z, so I decided to pick this guy up. He doesn't have a stand. His hair acts like a stand, so he doesn't really fall. And it's just, his head is so massive and so heavy because of all these hairs that, yeah, it's nice that they thought of not putting a stand but using his hair as a stand. All right, I'll leave my favorite character from these pops for last, which is going to be really obvious if you know what my favorite character is from my very first video game that I've ever played. I've said too much. So here we got a little blue guy. Yes, Mega Man. He's kind of simple, to be honest, but he's also another Funko Pop that kind of stands out because of the color. I really like his stand. It's very unique. I've never seen a pop with this stand before. So he's kind of, I guess, just flying up in the air. That's pretty cool. I've tried to play Mega Man, but I'm really not good at it. So this Funko Pop is from 2018. My question is, do they save money on the less amount of detail that they put on the pop, or is it about the same thing? So here we have Crash Bandicoot. His eyes are a bit dusty, so he is a bit dusty. He's also on this top shelf here. So Crash was actually a pop that I received from a Twitch viewer, Twitch sub, YouTube sub, a supporter. So this is the pop 2017. Mostly all the pops are from 2017. Doesn't need a stand. Nice, sturdy. Actually, this is a 1-piece. There's no head. Or I guess it's a 2-piece because you guys can see the little trunks are separate, but the head doesn't move at all. This is a Funko Pop with not a moving head, which is kind of weird, but yeah, I guess they did that so he doesn't fall as much. So yeah, this is the pop. This is the back. Crash, awesome game. I played 4. 4 is very frustrating. Like, I felt soulless playing it, but I still played it, so I guess it was fun. All right, so the last and final pop. If you haven't guessed it already, here it is. It is Sonic. So this is a very light-headed pop. The head is very light. I guess you can't squish his head, but head is light. Body is really skinny, not that heavy. And the thing with this is it needs a stand. And me not knowing, because nowhere on the box does it say. I feel like they should put a sticker on the box saying there's a stand, or a paper underneath the feet, even though some people wouldn't read it. So this is from 2017, and this one does need a stand. I threw the stand away, so that really sucks. He has fallen a couple times, and you can see by little scrapes on his head. I mean, a lot of scrapes. I keep him right here. So usually if he does fall, he falls from this height all the way down. So that is pretty high, and that's why he does have a lot of scratches. So the same person that got me the Crash Pop also got me the Sonic Pop, which thank you. Awesome. Really nice. I'm not really looking into getting more pops, but a pop that I would probably like in the collection is an Ellie Pop. maybe in the future. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the collection. This video is at 37 minutes because I've been rambling. I've also been redoing certain pops over again because the camera keeps not focusing for some weird reason. Editing this is gonna take hours, like hours. This is a lot, but hopefully you guys enjoy the final outcome of the video. If you made it this far, I really do appreciate you listening to me ramble and just looking at my pop collection, because how many pops do I have? Let me count them. Okay, I'm counting 18. I could have counted that wrong, but hopefully I didn't. And like I said, I have more Funko Pops in the storage. So yeah, hopefully you like them. I have a couple Dorbs. I know Dorbs aren't as popular, but I'm not gonna make a video on that. I only have like 2 or 3, I think. The Minecraft minifigures, I've said I've wanted to make a video on that. If this video was 37 minutes long, how long do you think that Minecraft minifigure video is gonna be? Super, super long. But hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for taking the time out of your day to watch my videos. If you want to follow me on any of my social medias, I'm not even gonna say the social medias anymore. I'm just gonna leave them all down in the description below. I also have a throne. If you guys want to gift me anything, your information is safe, my information is safe, so that is down below. Happy hunting! I forgot to say that in the last video. Nobody said anything. I was really disappointed in myself for not saying happy hunting, but happy hunting. Until next time, guys, I'll see you in my next video.